Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Crystal here. Remember, you can find me on Instagram at mybeautycouture. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So on today's look, I did a blue pop of color. I'm really excited to show you guys how to achieve this color. So I've already applied my foundation and did my eyebrows. I'm just going in with Tuscany from Coastal Scents I'm using it as a warm transitional color, and I think this is the Anastasia brush that comes in one of her palettes, and so that's what I'm using just to blend out this transitional color. So I'm just packing on more color. I start off just with a little bit and blend that out, and then if I feel like it needs to be warmed up just a little bit more, I'll go back in with some more of the product and continue blending it in until I get the desired color I want. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring down the color and warm up the lower lid also. I like the way it looks if you warm up the lower lash line. You don't have to do this, but I just like the way that looks. And then I'm also bringing in this ash gray from Coastal Scents to my crease. You can use a brown or a gray with this look. Today I chose to use this gray. I am using a thinner brush right now because I wanted it to stay in the crease as much as possible. And now I'm using a fluffier brush to kind of blend that crease line out. I didn't want it to occupy a whole lot of my lid, so that's why I used a smaller brush to apply the product. Now I'm going out into the outer corners and back into my inner corner. I like to take it out a little further than most people would, just because I like to give the illusion of a longer eyelid. People always comment on how I have such big pretty eyes, but if they haven't seen me without makeup. I mean, this is the true magic of makeup, is that you can make things appear larger, smaller. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going from one corner to the next and just blending it out. So now I'm packing on some of this matte white eyeshadow. It's a matte white from MAC Cosmetics. I can't remember the color of the white shadow, but I know it's the only one that MAC has. So here I'm packing it on with a sponge, just because I feel like a sponge can get the color on there more opaquely than using a brush. And it also saves product from falling all over the place, so I like to use a sponge here and there. So I'm also going into my inner corner and highlighting it with the same matte eyeshadow and bring it back all over my lid. So now I'm going in with this black liquid liner. It's from e.l.f. I've been using it and I'm pretty happy with it. I like the way that it's very dark and easy to manipulate because it's got a small brush at the end. So here I'm not doing a very thick winged liner for this look. I'm staying pretty thin with the liner. I'm trying to not have it so thick for this look. So now for the star of the show, this is the blue LA liner that I purchased. I really liked the way the color looked when I tried the sample on the palm of my hand, and I was a little nervous here because it wasn't looking as vibrant as it did on my hand. So what I did was let it kind of dry for a second or two, and then I went back with the liner, and it really showed up a lot better when I went back over it. So I was really happy with the turnout, and it did last me the entire day and throughout the night, so I was pretty happy. And the liner costed me like $2.99, I believe. So here I am just taking it all the way to the end of my liner and all the way back in. I'm smudging it all over my lower lash line and my inner waterline. So now I'm going back with the sponge again on the smaller side of it, and I'm packing on some of this color that I got from Coastal Scents. It's in my 252 palette, It's the Get Creative palette by Coastal Scents, and I love this palette. It has a ton of colors, and it so happened to have this blue color that matched perfect with the liner. So I'm just softening it up and softening the liner up and smudging in that blue color. And then I was looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, like, this needs something. I wasn't really happy. So I found this lighter blue to lighten up my inner corner, and I loved it. I loved the way it looked. And this was also in the 252 palette. So I'm just going to go in and pack it into both sides. So now I'm using my lashes that I love. They're number 217. I get them at the beauty supplies stores. There's different brands. The number is always the same though. It's 217. I like it because the lash band is not one thick lash band, and so it's pretty flexible and easy to apply. For those of you who don't wear lashes all the time, this is a great starter lash because it's very comfortable and easy to put on. Just remember to let your lash glue dry for about 30 seconds before you apply your lashes, because that makes a big difference. So now I'm just applying a little mascara just to tie in my lashes with the false lashes, and then I'm adding a little bit to my lower lash line just so that they don't look so blue. So now I'm contouring, and I'm actually using a powder from Lancome. It's a powder for deeper skin tones, but I really like a lipstick that was in their gift set, and you had to spend $35 to get the gift. And so what I did was I found this powder. It was $39, and I asked the girl if I could try it as a bronzer, and it worked out amazing. And so I was almost out of my MAC bronzer, so I thought, win-win. I get to buy the powder and get the free gift. And by the way, that's how I get like all these expensive moisturizers and repair serums. I just go to the counters when it's gift and I buy something that I need. It's usually like a foundation or something, and you'll get like a ton of goodies. You get all kinds of good moisturizer samples, good repair serums, and that's how I stay stocked up. I pretty much just go around buying the gifts all year long, and I don't have to spend money on moisturizers. So here I'm just going in with the Coastal Scents. It's a brown, hello, can't talk. It's a brown contour that comes in my contour palette from Coastal Scents, just to chisel the cheekbones a little bit more. If you see here, it's that brown color. And then I'm going in with this white and banana shade just to go under my eyes to highlight. So I see everyone doing the cream contour right now, but I love doing the powder just because I feel it's a lot faster, it's a lot more user friendly, and it doesn't take so much time. And you really can't go wrong with the blending here with the powder. You can always, if you go too light, you can just, go back with your bronzer brush and darken it up again a little bit. It's not as with the cream contours. You really have to be careful, and you really have to know how to blend it out and use the proper things like the beauty blender and all that to make sure that you don't end up with like really white under eyes and stuff like that. So now again, I'm just highlighting the top of my nose and my forehead. So now I'm going to go ahead and highlight with my Anastasia Glow Kit. I do highlight before I put on my blush. It's just a habit. You can do it either way. You can put your blush and then highlight. I like the way it looks when I highlight and then put my blush over it because it gives it that shimmer. It mixes in with the shimmer, and I just like the way it looks. But totally optional. So I was about to highlight the tip of my nose, and I'm like, I didn't contour my nose. Like, who forgets this? This is the one thing that, like, if I don't contour my nose, oh my goodness. I'm like so addicted to nose contour now. Do you see how much it like really slims your nose? It's amazing. So now I'm going in with this pink. This is also a blush palette that I have from Coastal Scents. and I put on very little on the brush because you will see that a little bit of this blush goes a really long way. So here I am applying it really lightly because I don't want to end up with like one huge pink splotch on my cheek. So I go in with the brush really lightly and build up the color to however bright I want it to be. So you can see that a little bit went a really long way here. And you just want like a natural blush. You don't want anything like way out there. So last but not least, I'm doing my lips, and I'm using this lip liner. The color is called Rockin Rose. I buy it at Walgreens at their makeup counter. That's the only place that I can find this lip liner. It's usually at their counter by the registers, and it's like $1.99, and I love this lip liner. I can either fill in my entire lip and put like a little bit of chapstick or clear gloss, and it goes on really nicely. This is my Bear With Me from Dose of Colors. It's a liquid matte lipstick and I love it. So here I basically use the liner to help me guide where to stay in with the liquid matte lipstick. So I'm just filling in my lips, and then I'm gonna smudge and try to blend in the liner a little bit better with the matte lipstick. And then I'm gonna go back in with my liner to try and blend it all in together. And I like filling in this little crease because it gives the illusion of plumper lips. If you like this look and my video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I will leave all the details in the box below. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. See you next time.